Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
Tēnei o kānei o taku wai. Ko te hōka nuku, ko te hōka e rangi, ko te hōka e a tō tūpuna a tā whakinui āhima. I pikiti ai te rangi tūhāhā ki te tihi o manono. I roko hina atu rā koe o matua kore anahi. I riro I hoa I ngā kete o te wānanga. Ko te ururu mātua, ko te ururu tāwhito, ko te ururu rangi. Ka tiritiri a ka paupau wā ki a papatu ānuku. Ka puta te ira tangata ki te whai au, ki te ao mārama. Tihei Mauriora. A ka mihi au ki te wā hingaro. Ki ngā mana whenua o te wā ki ngā tūpuna o te rohe nei. Ka mihi ki te kuini Māori me tōna whānau. Ko ngā tangata rongonui me ngā katiaki o te ao. Ka mihi ki te whare me te whenua, te nā kōrua. Ko ngā maunga, ngā awa, me ngā ngāhere e tiaki ana I a tātou. Ka mihi ki te hunga mate, haere, haere atu rā. Ki ngā rātou kua hinga, kua wehe I te ao. Ngā mihi aroha ki a koutou I roto I ngā pō. Ka hoki mai tātou ki a koutou I ngā wā katoa. Ka mihi ki te hunga ora, tihei Mauriora ki a tātou. Ko te aroha, te manaakitanga me te kotahitanga hei pau I roto I tēnei ao. A ko taupiri te maunga, ko wakato te awa, ko tainui te waka, ko wakato te iwi, ko kirikiri roa te marae, ko Ngāti Wairere te mana whenua, ko hotu mauia te tangata, tēnā koutou katoa. A kia ora ko Stefan West tōku ingoa, nau mai haramai. Nau mai haramai ki te korotua roa nā taitama tāne o kirikiri roa. E te whānau, it is my privilege again today to be joined by the one and only, and in fact, the birthday boy, rā whānau ki a koe, Zach Corbin. Kia ora, Zach.
Kia ora, Stefan. Ko Zach Corbin tuka ingoa. Really exciting game we have ahead for us today. Two of the top three Super 8 teams. Rotorua with a dominant win last week against Tauranga, and they'll look to continue that form coming to this week. Kirikiriroa, a couple-week break. They're coming in a little bit soft, but you'd hope that set them up nicely to be refreshed for this game.
Tautoko there, Zach, and really looking forward to this Chiefs semi-final contest between two juggernauts in the Super 8 competition, Araukara versus Kirikiriroa, and we're going to go to the team lists now at te whānau, and starting with Araukara, Rotorua. At number 1, we have Dobson. At 2, Vanderheyden. 3, Renata. 4, Wasp. 5, Weaver. 6, Mailulu. 7, Hutchings. The captain at number 8, Rogers. At 9, Chisholm. 10, Richards Defal. 11, Hunia. At second, 5, McGarvey. At 13, Waititi. We have at 14, Tutawhaiva. And 15, Owen. And looking at the interchange bench for Raukara today, we have at 16, Tavake. 17, Paul. 18, Christensen. 19, Phillips. 20, Huriwai. 21, Macbeth. And at 22, Arakuraku. So a strong Raukara side here today, Zach. They had a very convincing win against Tauranga Moana the other week.
Yeah, Raukara, a strong team this year. They've been dominant throughout the Super 8 competition, falling just up Palmerston North in their final, but some key figures for them, especially in the forward pack in Vanderheyden and Tiaraki Rogers. Remember last time they were in Kirikiriroa, Stefan, they were the key motivators in their team and drove that driving maul, which they crossed for 3 pedals through their maul. And look, for Kirikiriroa today, they're going to have to be mindful about the strength they have up front.
Yeah, such a great forward pack, this Raukara side. And Kirikiriroa are going to have some mahi to do I tēnei rā. And we're going to move to the starting lineup for Kirikiriroa Hamilton. And at number 1, we have Ralph. At 2, Walker. At 3, Vanderheyden to close out the front row. 4, Puamo. At 5, Mills. The captain for Kirikiriroa today, Arnold. At 7, Grice. 8, Dunlop. At number 9 for Kirikiriroa, Roos. 10, Botherway. 11, Parai. 12, Kara. 13, Gruen. 14, Stevens. And at fullback today, Paringatai. Closing out the interchange bench for Kirikiriroa, we have at 16, Dent. 17, Fafita. 18 Haloafu, 19 Barnett, 20 Hyatt, and just 2 backs on the interchange bench. Kirikiriroa going for a forward-focused bench today. At 21, Ross, the halfback. At 22, we have Hunter. So what do you make of the sort of interchange strategy here from Kirikiriroa, Zach?
It makes sense. You know, Barnett's an interesting selection for me. Smart selection, covers the forwards and the backs. It's been quality out on the wing for Kirikiriroa this year, but I've seen him play in those loose forward positions, and he does bring some flair to the forwards, and probably something they're looking at towards the end of the game. The last time they played, Rotorua ran away within the forward pack towards the end of the game, and I think that's where the focus is. For me, Kirikiriroa, they need to try. I think they've got to move away from their up-front battle. Just make sure they match Rotorua and use their star-studded back line to really open up this game, and that's where their strength is this year. Yeah,
tautoko, Zach. I really do think the forward pack from Kirikiriroa, they're going to have to front up today and really match Rotorua's physical prowess. So, yeah, lots going on around the motu in terms of First 15 Rugby in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We've got the other Chiefs semi-final that kicked off at 11 a.m. between Francis Douglas and Wesley. Of course, your fixture here today at Te Whānau between Kirikiriroa and Rotorua. But just down the road here, we've got a huge battle between St. Pat's and Hastings for the Hurricane semi-final, and the Moeska Cup between Papa Ioia, Palmerston North versus Fielding. So lots going on around the motu, Zach.
As we see Rotorua run out, led by their still tending timber of a captain, Te Ariki Rogers, and it's hard to believe he's only year 12. Look, he's a key player for them as well. Bay Plenty Chiefs age grade. You know, favourite players to Maiti Williams and Wallace Atiti, and I actually see a lot of both of them in the way he plays and the stature he holds. 2 years in the first 15, he'll go into his 3rd year next year. As outcome, Kirikiriroa, lots to prove today.
Lots to prove here for Kirikiriroa. They didn't have a very successful Super 8, but they can make amends today with this Chiefs semi-final. So really looking forward to this matchup, and Haka from both kura. As we know at Te Whānau, the battle starts right from the first haka. So let's whakarongo and see this matchup.
The laying of the caps, significant in First 15 Rugby.
You can see Rotorua forming their huddle. So they're going to go first for the haka. Kei te tūtehi me te wehi runga I te pāparo Zach and two very good haka from both squads.
A lot of feeling in this already. Possibly the one of the biggest rivalries in Aotearoa First 15 Rugby. Carry back for years, and on the sideline we're going to have a drum off, I think. Our Pacifica tutor group over in the corner. Mr. Elliot Tiffany on the drums, with a few of his boys, and then the classic Rotorua, the bucket smashers over there.
I love it. Builds into the atmosphere today, and it's a bit breezy here in Kirikiriroa. Bit chilly as well, so typical Waikato weather. And it looks as if a Botherway from Kirikiriroa, he'll get us underway with the kickoff. So not long to go here, Te Whānau. Looks like the referee today, I believe, is Grant Stewart. And we're moments away here, Whānau. So exciting matchup. This is your Chiefs semi-final. And it's a nice kick there from Botherway inside the Ruateko Marua, and Rogers here carries in. He's just inside the 22, but Rotorua, they want to spread it wide. Good phase there from Rotorua over the advantage line, so they're going to look to set up a nice kick here and get down the other end of the field. So they shaped a kick, but then they spread it wide here, so more phases here from Rotorua. 2 to 5 with the carry, and now they decide to kick. It's a good kick here, and Tauranga Tai, he points down, shows the linesman that it's out on the full, so that's a good start there from Kirikiriroa.
Ko tēnei te wahi, tino nui o te kimu. Start of the game for both of these teams will be crucial. Whoever can get off to a faster start will probably get some momentum, especially for Kirikiriroa. If they can start well, they keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, ko te rārangi ki a Kirikiriroa ina nei. Rārangi poto. They look to strike back, but the captain Arnold, he comes to the front. Slides there, so it's a successful line out here as we see Kara. He makes a strong carry over the advantage line. Kirikiriroa on the front foot. A pick and go here for Kirikiriroa. A good pick and go here from Arnold. He's over the line, and it's a pedal to Kirikiriroa to start this fixture.
What a great start. Kirikiriroa, unforced error from Rotorua out on the full, and they take full advantage, and that's what Kirikiriroa have to do. Rotorua will give them very little opportunities, but that's a great way for them to start. Big part of the game, ko tēnei te rārangi huri. Rotorua came in probably as strong favourites. Kirikiriroa get off to a strong start.
Yeah, great start there from Kirikiriroa. They just put some pressure on Rotorua defensively, and were able to force a mistake, so they've capitalised through the first pedal. O te kem. By the way, now he's going to shape the kick. About 12 metres from the sideline. Good chase here from Rotorua, but it's right to the middle with Te Whānau, so Kirikiriroa whitu ki te kore to start this kēmu.
Whana whakau kua uru. The conversion kick goes over there, Stefan. By the way, he's been lights out from the tee this year. Again, he spends lots of time back there, and he's a precision specialist. First 11 cricket player as well, so he knows what the small margins mean.
Ka ki te koe te pukinga o tēnei kai tākoro. By the way, great kick from him, so Rotorua, they're going to look to reply here through Richard Te Whau, who gets us back underway. Kirikiriroa attain possession through Dunlop. Good carry there over the advantage line. Kirikiriroa shaped to kick for territory, and Botherway kicks nicely here. It's actually over the head of Rotorua. So now Richard Te Whau is going to have to clean this up, and he returns the ball back to Kirikiriroa, but more territory here for Kirikiriroa. They swing the ball through Roos. Now at Tauranga Tai. Gruen, he's a deadly ball runner here. He's tackled just over the halfway mark. And Roos, he looks to find his forwards through Ralph. Good catch from Ralph. Building phases here, Kirikiriroa. Just a missed catch there from Van der Hayden off to Arnold, and he's dropped the ball, the captain. So Rotorua, they have possession now. Just out on the edge here. They swing it back here through Renata. He runs upright, but he's able to find the ground. Richard Stefao. Some space here for Rotorua. It's an offload, but the ball's gone forward from the crowd. Thinks it's gone forward, but referee lets it play on. So building phases here. Crisson gives it off to his number 7, Hutchings. Return play here. There's numbers here for Rotorua. The ball's hit the ground again. The referee says backwards, so he's letting the game flow here. But Van der Hayden's over the ball, not quite able to steal it there at the breakdown. And looks like the referee's going to let this be a free-flowing game. And now he's got the arm out for Rotorua. So off here to Richard Stefao. He finds an outdoor pass here. It's a good run here from McGarvey. Can he link up here? He's got it off to his winger. He throws it inside, but he's gone out, so the referee is going to come back for the penalty.
Kei te rere, te poru e tēnei wā. The ball's moving around. Look, Kirikiriroa really unlucky there. There's quite a few obvious loose carries there from Rotorua. The touchy was right there. Felt like he was a little bit, couldn't see too much, and now they put themselves under a little bit of pressure. Rotorua are going to go to their driving more here. They were absolutely deadly with this last time, so we'll see what Kirikiriroa's options are here.
Yes, this is a big strength of Rotorua. Rārangi time there, Moore's one of the best going in the country, so really interested to see how Kirikiriroa can defend this more. And they don't waste any time, but Kirikiriroa haven't engaged, and the referee's going to let it go because Rotorua haven't passed the ball back, so it should be play on, but has he got the ball down? Referee's not quite sure. He's going to talk to his touchy, and it's a try, it's a pedal there for Rotorua.
Rotorua very smart there. I think they had an understanding of what Kirikiriroa were going to do. They kept it at the front, therefore there's no obstruction, and they drove forward. If they'd moved it to the back, penalty would have been awarded for obstruction, but Rotorua, smart play there, kept it in their front guy. He's driven straight over the line and scored the pedal.
Yeah, good smarts there from Rotorua. They recognised that Kirikiriroa didn't want to engage in that Rārangi, so they could just keep marching forward. There was no accident or offside because he still had the ball, the line-out jumper, so Rotorua, they strike back with a pedal of their own. Richard Stefan now, he's going to line up this conversion. Similar spot to Botherway, just on the right-hand side. And he's missed that one, so Whitu ki te Arima Piro. Kirikiriroa with an advantage.
Game back on here. Rotorua answers straight back, going straight to their trusty driving more. They found a way to make it work. Ko kiri topu, he ko kiri kaha tēnei, rolling ball. It's a strong drive.
Big kick-off here from Botherway. And that's out on the full, so it's going to be kakari here to Rotorua.
It's a little unforced error from Botherway. The wind's coming towards us, Stefan. If you're looking at it from our position, going from right to left, it's just picked up in the wind there, being carried just over the touchline.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Tefano, the wind is quite strong down here. You don't wait to papa tākaro. But it will be kakari ki a Rotorua. Their number 9, Chris Holmes, is going to feed this ball, so the referee calls set. The ball's in, and good run off the back here from Rogers, the captain. That's a big carry. He broke the first tackle and he's over to the advantage line. Here's a pick and go here from Crisson. Here's an open space for Rotorua. Kirikiriroa trying to slow it down. That's a great steal there from Kirikiriroa.
Corbin Dunlop with the turnover. very strong, stayed over the ball. Kei te kaha, te whakataite, mō te poru. A lot of competition for the ball here today, whānau. That's great scramble defence from Kirikiriroa. Corman Dunlop comes up with the goods.
And that's a good touch finder from Kirikiriroa. Tararangi for Kirikiriroa just before the halfway mark here.
Noah Walker to throw. Crucial player for Kirikiriroa at the line out. Mills is his usual finder.
Tararangi poto anō. Kirikiriroa, they come to the front, fake it and go to the middle, but it's not straight according to our referee Grant Stewart. And so it's a free kick to Rotorua.
Unforced errors letting both teams down here, giving the others opportunities.
Just need to be clinical both sides, and instead of kicking the ball, Rotorua got a little set move off the free kick. And that's a good carry there from Hutchings. And it's another return here from Rotorua through their captain, Rogers. Kirikiriroa try and counter-attack here. Looks like they're going to have possession. And Botherway's going to kick the ball downfield. That's a good kick if it can hold up here for Kirikiriroa. It does bounce. It's still rolling, but it looks like it should hold up here. So good kick from Kirikiriroa and counter-attack here from Rotorua, but he's isolated here. So the captain from Kirikiriroa, Alex Arnold, he holds him up. And this could be a turnover for Kirikiriroa. As it is a maul, the ball goes to ground. But the referee, again, he lets it play, so he's very consistent, the ref. It's a good passage of play for both sides to fight for the ball. And it looks like another counter-ruck, so Kirikiriroa are going to pick and go here, whānau. With possession now. Puamo off the back for Kirikiriroa. Kirikiriroa edging closer to the try line. It's a knock-on advantage for Rotorua. So another mistake from Kirikiriroa. Mailulu. And they're swinging it right here, Rotorua. This is risky, but there's no advantage. So they're coming back for the knock-on.
Come back for the knock-on. They never got over the advantage line, never got out of their try line. So the ref brings it back for the knock-on on the line. Kirikiriroa in their own Rua Te Kaumārua looking very dangerous here. Running the ball really strong.
Ko te kākari ki a Rotorua I nānei. We've seen a few big runs here from their captain already, Rogers. And I'm picking a Rotorua going to want to set up to exit here.
Ko tēnei te wahi tēnei nui o te kemu. Big scrum from Kirikiriroa. They can get the ball back. Be a crucial turning point in this game.
Chisholm, he's feeding it. Big scrum there from Rotorua. E kakari pai tērā. So it's a penalty for Rotorua. And they've really started well with their set piece, Zach, just dominating at more time and at scrum time now as well.
Yeah, I think I found the scrums pretty even. Could go either way, those calls in the scrums.
They faked the front as well, Rotorua, but the ball's been knocked on there, so advantage for Kirikiriroa. They have possession here. Vander Hayden, the big front rower, he goes over the advantage line for Kirikiriroa. Roos now. He's trying to get the ball out. It comes slowly, but Walker, he makes a carry. Kirikiriroa, they're going to look at the pick and go as well. Kataia e rātou te whakawhiwhi ki te piro. Roos. More possession here for Kirikiriroa. carry here from Puamo. Getting closer now here, Kirikiriroa. They just need to be patient. Another good carry. Kirikiriroa there close. Here goes Vanderheyden. He's in support for Kirikiriroa. Just meters now. Roos throws it out back. Raukara with good defence. And that strong defence there from Raukara, but there's no advantage for offside, so referee Grant Stewart brings it back. And it's a penalty for Kirikiriroa, 5 metres out.
Ko te kapa nei e kaha ana ki te tākaro e tēnei rā. Kirikiriroa look up for it today. They've matched them. They've got to start really strong here. They've got to put themselves on the front foot, but we know that Raukara, showing from their Super 8 final, they'll come back from any position.
Kirikiriroa now with a more of their own. They actually wrap around the blind side, but they're tackled metres from the try line. They're going to go back to their pick and goes here. They're close again. Pop pass here. They're trying to manipulate the defence here, Kirikiriroa, but Raukara's able to hold them up. The ball does find the ground. Roos, he finds the ball, goes down the blind to Parai. Good defence here from Raukara. I think that's Arnold. Roos goes back to the open here. Puamo with a strong carry. He's over. Pedal for Kirikiriroa.
Kei tū te ihi mei te oehi e runga e te pāpa tākaro. They're standing strong. The energy from Kirikiriroa here is undeniable. Backed by their strong home crowd, probably the biggest crowd we've had of the season. Awesome start. They put a lot of pressure under Raukara. Didn't try anything too fancy like we've seen in their last few games, and they've stayed nice and patient, just got over the line.
Yeah, great work there from Kirikiriroa. We saw a few strong carries from Puamo throughout this match's pick and goes, and the big Fijian, he's able to cross the line. So te kauma Rua, ki te rima, advantage to Kirikiriroa.
Whana whakau for Jackson Botherway.
You can hear the drums from the Raukara supporters in the far corner. They've brought their banners and their flags today at te whānau, so they're piping to go, but Botherway.
Kua uru!
Yeah, well done there from Botherway, under a lot of pressure, but he nails that clinical mahi there from him.
That's what it could come down to today, the conversion kicks for each side. Botherway 2 from 2. Looking very strong off the tee.
Whana here from Raukara. And that's a penalty, just taken in the air. Just need to hold their discipline, and kua whiwhi te kapa I tētahi whiu. Kirikiriroa with the penalty.
Understand the threat of Corbin Dunlop. Ka kite koe e te pūkinga o tēnei kaita karo. He's a very skillful player, and they're trying to shut him down, and they just got him a little bit too early. Another unforced error there for Raukara. You can see the frustration starting to grow.
Ko te rārangi kia, Kirikiriroa. Nice and straight there. No, it's not in fact. So Grant Stewart calls it not straight.
Early lift call, actually.
Early lift, so yeah, early lift. So Vanderheyden taps and goes. And he spreads wide here for Kirikiriroa, but not on the mark. Might be the call here from referee Stewart.
Ref didn't see it happen. He's got to call it back. He has to keep an eye on the play. Slows it down. That's probably the result Raukara wanted. There's space out wide, and
by the way, he's going to look to find touch for Kirikiriroa. No, he, matter of fact, bombs it. So not a bad strategy here from Botherway, because Raukara's fumbled here and just looked to find touch. And a pretty good touch finder, to be fair, under a lot of pressure there for Rotorua.
Smart decision. We see that a lot actually in NPC rugby off the free kicks. They're now just bombing them straight up and trying to put the back three under pressure. And the MāORI, strong chase there from Paringatai. It's a few times he's chased strongly and put their back line under pressure.
In the middle here, good clinical line out here. So we're going to see Kara take the contact. He's over the advantage line now. Roos finds his captain, Arnold. Good carry there from Arnold. We're going to go same way. Roos finds Van der Hayden, back door pass here. Linking up with the backs now. But Rotorua was some good mahi at the breakdown and they've forced the turnover.
Paringatai with the error there. A little knock on off the tip on from Bothaway. They look to put pressure at Rotorua straight away there on Maxwell Cutter. Understand the danger of the centres of Kirikiriroa and looking to make sure that they don't get any space.
Ko te kakari ki a Rotorua. Gisborne, he's going to feed the scrum again. And there was a big scrum from Rotorua earlier in this match, which won them a penalty 5 metres out from their own try line. And Richard Stefau, he spreads the ball, and we are going to find a kick here. But Owen, just his kick got charged down, but then it was tidied up nicely there from Hunia. But Kirikiriroa, they're going to send it back through Bothaway. He's kicking well to start this match. And Owen, bit of force back here from both sides. It's going to go down here for Roos. And Roos shapes to run here. Is he going to link up? Yes, he links up through Stevens. He takes the ball to ground here, so Kirikiriroa with possession on the halfway mark. And Ralph knocks the ball on, so just another error there from Kirikiriroa.
Unforced errors from both sides at this point in the game. Kirikiriroa looked to have some momentum there. They were winning the kicking battle, and you can see that's a big focus for them this week. Unfortunately, Ralph with the knock-on, and now Rotorua in a very strong attacking position with Kakari on halfway.
Te kaumawha ki te rima piro. Rotorua, they're going to want to get themselves back on the scoreboard again, and it's a good attacking opportunity with a midfield scrum here. And they decide to come right side through Rogers. Linking up here through Owen. He finds his winger, Tutafaiva. Chisholm. Back out to his lock there, Weaver. Lulu now. He's a good ball carrying loose forward. They're going to return here through the captain, Rogers. Kirikiriroa, they tried to get over the ball, but just off their feet and hands on the ground there. So just got to watch their discipline, Kirikiriroa.
It looks like he was on the ball initially. He slipped off the ball, hands on the ground, tried to rack it through again, and now that's a penalty. Unlucky. He had all rights to the ball to start off with, but just when you lose the ball, you can't go back at it.
Kua whiwhi te kapa I tētahi whiu. Rotorua, they're going to go to the Rārangi again. It's going to be a more... We saw Kirikiriroa's strategy earlier on in the first half, and Rotorua with smarts of their own, and they were able to just march all the way to the try line. So very interested to see what Kirikiriroa do this time. They can't afford to let Rotorua just waltz over the try line. And they do look to engage. It's a peel here from Rotorua. The more does fall to the ground, but it's still Rotorua possession. Good carry there from Hutchings. Rogers now, he tips it off to his 14 there. 2-5 is very close. Lulu gets tackled short. Rotorua with more possession. Kataia e rātou te whakawhiwhi ki te piro. Another run for McGarvey. And that's a penalty there, so tino pai te mahi. I believe it's Goran.
Ollie Guerin, excellent stuff. Kua whiwhi te kapa e te tahi field. Oliver Guerin showing he's not only a menace on attack, but his defensive game has seriously improved since last year. It's probably the weakness that he's worked on the most over the off-season and through this season, and you can see how strong he is looking for another New Zealand Schools campaign.
Yeah, great work there from Guerin. Go back to the set piece for Kirikiriroa. We'll see Walker. So into the Rarangi for Kirikiriroa. It's a very short line out here. Just a 4-man. But that's great work there from Mills. So Kirikiriroa with possession. Corbin. Dunlop there. Makes a good carry. Roos now looks to pass it back to Botherway. So Kirikiriroa connects and that's a great kick there. But positioned nicely there was the number 11 for Raukara. And Hunia kicks it to Botherway, who then sends it down. It trickles inside the rua to Kaumarua. And another game of force back here. So Stevens is going to catch this for Kirikiriroa. He's in a bit of open space. Can he link up here? He runs around. It's a good run there. Doesn't want to go get isolated, but Roos goes back to the open. Ralph. Good carry there from Ralph. Van der Hayden. With a carry of his own, under pressure there, Kirikiriroa. He tere pai te Rarangi nā Raukara. And they've forced the turnover, Zach.
Ka pai te omo a tēnei kaita karo. Nathan Stevens runs really strongly. Runs well. Found the gap probably a little bit sideways. Would like to see him straighten up a little bit earlier and find that space. Again, looks like Kirikiriroa just weren't expecting to be in that position and eventually ended up in another unforced error by Mills that time. What this game's going at the moment, tit for tat, unforced error, turnovers.
Yeah, unforced errors from both sides, so I just want to tidy that up, but we do have a kakari to Raukara. Chazon feeds it here, and he's going to find Agave. It's good opportunity here for Raukara, but good defense from Parai, sorry. And Raukara will continue to have possession, but Arnold nearly had a turnover there. But we're going to see Raukara with possession out on the edge there and open play here. Raukara. Hunia with a good little grubber there. By the way, he's going to want to exit. And he does well to turn and kick the ball, but more possession here for Raukara. Tutavaiva, he decides to run towards his support play. Mai Lulu gives a good offload to his outsides, but the referee says it's forward, so good defensive pressure there from Raukara.
Holloway has been outstanding with his boot today. He's been able to exit cleanly. He's on the back foot there, and he shows eyes up play. Yes, it's kicked in and find the grass, but the excellent chase from Paringatai, he meant he was able to run forward and get all these big guys on side.
Ko te kakari kia Kirikiriroa. Roos here is going to feed possession. And they do find Stevens down the blind side. And another penalty here for Kirikiriroa. Just a bit messy there. Ill-disciplined mahi from Raukara.
Raukara making the same mistakes that they did in the Super 8 final against Papaioia. Just giving away one too many penalties at the breakdown, getting a little bit frustrated, and it's letting Kirikiriroa just stay on top in the breakdown area. But great attacking opportunity just over the side of their halfway.
Rarangi anō for Kirikiriroa. It's a bit messy off the top, but ka tukuna Stevens. Kia Grawn. Parai now. Few left foot steps of his own now, Roos. Nice tip pass there for Dunlop. Same way here for Kirikiriroa. Van der Hayden backdoor here to Kara. Stevens now with possession. Good counter attack here from Rotorua. They're able to force a turnover here, so Rotorua. They've got possession now. Off to Renata. And Puamo, he's offside, so kua whiwhi te kapa I tētahi whiu, Rotorua. They've got a penalty just over halfway.
Excellent little play there from both sides. The defence of Rotorua today from both sides has been immense. Ko te kapa nei e kaha ana ki te tākaro I tēnei rā. Both teams are playing really strongly. Rotorua haven't had much of the ball, but when they had, they looked dangerous. Without the ball, their defence has been very strong.
And another great attacking opportunity here for Rotorua. Van der Hayden's going to throw here. Just inside Rotorua te MΑORI. Good throw here, so they do peel here, Rotorua. Kirikiriroa, they're trying to counter attack, but they are moving here. Rotorua. Still pushing, the referee says it's moving forward, so getting closer here, but it falls over and Rotorua just collapsing their own more so. Interesting call there from Grant Straw, but he was there, so, and he had the best angle. It's a penalty for Kirikiriroa.
Arnold came through the middle there. Ka kite koe te pūkinga o tēnei kai te karo. It's a tough thing to do now, come through the maul and get the ball, but he managed to turn the ball over in the middle of the maul. Rotorua then dragged it down, which is why Kirikiriroa got the penalty. That's excellent work there from Alex Arnold in showing true leadership. He is a strong leader for this team as they come just outside their rua te MΑORI, have a defensive line out.
Walker to throw, it's stolen here. So good work at Ārangi time for Rotorua. Rogers with a carry of his own now. A cut-out pass here for Tutavaiva. Pārai takes him to ground. Guys tried to get over top there, but wasn't able to get a turnover, so Weaver, he's going to carry. Referee has the arm out, so Mailulu tips it onto Rogers. Rogers, bit of a hospital pass there to Hutchins, but the play continues. Darting run here from Chisholm, but no advantage for Rotorua, so the referee, Stuart, he's telling Kirikiriroa they're offside, so an interesting opportunity here, just down by 9 points. Zach in front of the post, they could go for 3, but we know how deadly the Rārangi is for Rotorua.
They do go for the Rārangi. He tararawa te nikehanga o te kapa nei. Rotorua, they're a fast-moving team, straight off their line out. You can see that they've come off the back with Yaraki Rogers twice now, that little off-the-back move to try and create some. The only issue with that is if it gets stuck in the maul, you can see the turnovers, which we've seen so far.
Yeah, plenty of turnovers. It's gusty out there. You can see the linesman in his flag waving about. Van der Hayden's going to look to throw, so they'll throw it to the front and just try and keep it tidy. Unfortunately, it's off the hands of Rogers, so Kirikiriroa are going to exit through Botherway, who's made a massive kick there. That's just over halfway, I believe, so good exit there from Kirikiriroa.
Botherway, like we spoke about before, having an immense game with his kicking. Ka kite koe te pōkinga o tēnei kai te karo. The skill of his kicking is unbelievable. He's kicked really well, found the win. Only one error there. off the kickoff, but other than that, he learned very quickly, and now he's using the wind to his advantage.
And that's a good line out there from Rotorua, but there's another error here, so Walker looks to tidy this up. He does a flick pass here out to Paringatai. He grubs the ball through here, but Rotorua, they clean it up nicely. They've actually knocked that on. And it should be a kakari to Kirikiriroa. It is, and a bit of frustration there from the number 12 from Rotorua. Magavi just frustrated with another error.
We can see the impact Dunlop and Grice are having on this forward pack for Kirikiriroa today. Last time these two teams matched up, Grice and Dunlop weren't in the side. They were out injured, and they're making a massive difference today. And you can see their importance. The small things they do in the forward pack is immense, and you can see how they're going. And then around the maul and off the line-outs, they're creating a massive difference.
Just two absolute workhorses, Zach, and Kirikiriroa with a great opportunity here. Just outside the Rawatako Mārua. Ka tukuna a Roos kia kara. Good carry there. Stevens. He's isolated. The ball's available though. Another advantage for Kirikiriroa, but he just got on the way, unfortunately, the ref. So he just blows his whistle and says there's no advantage for just off the feet.
Yeah, just off his feet. Again, like before, all rights to the ball to start off with. But then he sort of slipped off the ball and gone again and fallen straight off his feet. As Kirikiriroa, ko tēnei te wahi, tēnā nui o te kemu. If they can get over the line just before half-time, it's a crucial part of this game. And ke rongo e te painga te kapa. They're right on the advantage line here.
Ko te rārangi kia Kirikiriroa. Rārangi poto. Te kāpene Arnold. I mua I te rārangi. He gives the call, fakes and comes back, then back to the front again. Boom, Mills. It's a successful rārangi here. Ka taia e rātou te whakawhiwhi ki te piro. Ai, kua riro te piro.
Looked like Walker that went over the line there. Awesome stuff. Look, they've turned the tides here, the line out. Defensively been very strong, Kirikiriroa, and on attack they've now scored off 2 lineouts. He tere rawa te neke hanga o te kapa nei. They're not taking their time, the Rua te Kaumārua. They're getting straight over the line, making sure they capitalise on their field position fast. They know it's rare time in that part of the field, and we must be getting close to half-time here, and that was a crucial part. Ko tēnei te rārangi huri. Turning point in the game there, going 2 tries ahead if Bolloway can get this over. Whanawhakau.
Bolloway approaches. And another whanapai. And it is half-time at te whānau, so Aroa te kau mātahi ki te rima. Kirikiriroa with the lead, and we're going to catch you just after the break at te whānau. We will see you shortly.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through very tough times.
The best way to dominate any culture is to take the children.
3 months now turned into 3 years. Once you're in there, that's it.
The Stolen Children of Aotearoa, streaming now on MāORI Plus.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Take this for example. This wine turret doesn't look very well designed. So we called the tank manufacturer to check. We asked, why is the turret away from the side of the tank? They said, because it's always been that way. So we had to think. What if the turret was next to the catwalk? Sounds good. So that's what we did. Now the wine turret is better designed, better value, easier to use, and safer. I think that deserves a toast. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Manga Tangaroa's fight for a better quality of life
You can do it. Nice job, Manga.
will push the human boundaries
Good man, there you go.
of possibility, nurturing hope. All episodes streaming now. Ki Māori Plus.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. I'm getting quite good at this. Filling and saving feels good.
Kaore anō tēnā tū wairua, kia pā mai ki au, I runga I te tū ki te papa tū aiwa.
Tukuna mai o kaha hea mātou nei tamariki kia tūranga tira.
Ko au taia, haka, thera.
The forest should never have been taken off this steep hill country that's eroding, and it makes absolute sense to afforest those hills. What we're doing here is using the exotics to help that process get established. We're looking at a managed transition process where those pines are progressively thinned as the native understory establishes. We're trying to do several things here. Soak up carbon, establish native forest, and we're trying to improve biodiversity. You're achieving an awful lot with one program of activity.
Nau mai hara mai anō e te whānau. Ki te kura tuarua o nā taitamatāne o Kirikiri roa. Roa te kau mā tahi ki te rima. Mō Kirikiri roa. Nō reira he tino kaha a te wāhanga tuatahi a me huki a Rotorua ki te kemu. Kirikiri roa, they have a good lead here. Good strong first half from their forwards through the likes of their captain Arnold, Puamo and Koso. Raukara, they've got a bit of mahi to do in the second half, Zach.
A bit of mahi, but they have the wind slightly towards their backs this time, so we'll see how much this wind means to the game. 16-point wind, ready to find out. Just have a quick update from across the grounds before we kick off. 10-3, the Hurricanes semi-final. Hastings up over St. Pat's Silverstream. Palmerston North in the first half up 7-0 over Fielding. Still no result from the Wesley Francis Douglas game.
Kia ora, mō tērā, Zach. Thank you for that update. So we are going to see Raukara with the kickoff. And just a bit of a bobble there from Arnold, and bit of a rough chord. The ball did bounce and then he caught the ball there, Stevens.
Slight change in the rules this season. If the ball bounces and it's his first touch, he gets tackled in the air, they still have to wait for him to come down to the ground. Quite unlucky, quite a tough one. But the rules are the rules as Botherway comes to continue his kicking game. Into the wind now a little bit. It's going to be a little bit tougher for him.
Yeah, you could see Rogers just seeking clarity from the sideline referee. Ko te rārangi kia Kirikiri roa. Walker to throw for Kirikiri roa, and Arnold, he goes up. Nice and tidy play there for Kirikiri roa. Now Stevens. Ka tukuna Roos kia Arnold anō. Big carry there, good strong carry now, Puamo. Run straight into Mailulu. That's tough defence there from Mailulu, but Kirikiri roa had possession still. Botherway looks to find his outside backs, and unfortunately for Paringatai, he's carried out into touch.
Ka pai te omo o tēnei kaita karo, Alex Arnold. Barnstorming run across his halfway line. Paringatai got dominated by the loose forwards there and taken over the line. It's tough for a small guy when you run into the size of Hutchings and the lock for Rotorua.
Rarangi poto. Morogara. E whanga tangata. And they come to the back of Rarangi now. Chisholm gives it to Rogers now. McGarvey just throws it straight into his own player. So another mistake there from Rotorua. Referee has an advantage here. And a nice rubber kick in behind the defence there. Huni is going to want to clean this up, but it's a strong tackle there from Stevens. Kirikiriroa, they're fighting at the breakdown now, but Rotorua tidy up nicely here through their number 4, Wasp. Very strong carry to get themselves out of trouble, and Rogers, he's trying to give help, and that's a very good exit considering the amount of pressure that they're under there at Rotorua.
That was a great Paringatai, eyes up play. Not the biggest guy on the field, probably not the strongest runner, but he looked in behind, saw the space, and let Stevens do the work for him after that. The 10 and the 15 of Kirikiriroa, Botherway and Paringatai, both not the biggest players, but their eyes up play is what makes them so effective.
Feels like the wind's getting stronger. I runga i te papatākaro. And Walker. Just an overthrow here, but pai te mahi from Vanderheyden, very strong carry. So now Kirikiriroa are in a great attacking opportunity. Roos off to Ralph. Grice now at the back of the ruck. He takes a pick and go himself. The captain Arnold, he makes a carry. Referee has the arm out, so Cutter. Dunlop, he's in space, very close here. Roos, and it's a try. He penal play for Kirikiriroa.
Ai, kua riro te pero, Maxwell Cutter. Over the line. Again, Kirikiriroa, patient and smart, taking their time in the rua to Komārua. Getting over the line and putting Rotorua under pressure as they go out. Now we're looking at a Rua Te Komā Onu lead. By the way, lines up for the whanawhakau. It's been lights out from the tee today, and the crowd down here getting really behind the boys.
Yeah, a lot of strong support here from the Kirikiriroa whānau. Just giving a huge pat on the back to 2 forwards that have just come off here for Kirikiriroa. Walker's off along with Ralph, so we will see Dent and Fafita come on nice and early in the second half for Kirikiriroa, as we see Botherway looks to make this conversion. He strikes it well. That's another great conversion there.
Ka kite koe te pūkinga o tēnei kaita karo. Jackson Botherway, I said that over and over again. He is so skillful from the line. So we look to kick off Rotorua. Kirikiriroa going to look to exit from here, I reckon.
Richards to foul with the kick-off. Rotorua, they need to get themselves back in this game. The captain Arnold. Great feed here now. Roos makes a darting run down the sideline. Can he link up with Stevens? Stevens makes a darting run. He comes in field. Can he link up? He's tackled 10 metres out from the try line. Grice, he knows there's open space here for Kirikiriroa. We see Grawn make a run. Advantage here for Kirikiriroa. Mills now off the Puamo. Good carry there from Puamo. Dunlop gives it off to Vanderheyden. Very close here, Kirikiriroa. O ko tēnei te rārangi, huri. And it's a piro 1-0. Kirikiriroa.
Ollie Guerin. Ka tia ai roto te whakawhiwhi ki te piro. Ai, ko riro te piro, Ollie Guerin.
E piro pairawa to Kirikiriroa. Extend their lead again. Such a good run down the blind side. He didn't have much work or room to work with there, did Roos. But he was able to link up with Stevens, and so Kirikiriroa took advantage of the opportunity, spread the ball wide, and Groen with a great finish in the corner there. So Kirikiriroa extend their lead.
They've come out and done exactly what they need to do this half. Slightly into the wind, they've come out nice and strong. Get over the try line twice. Extend their lead out now. The conversion to come.
By the way, on the other side of the field, right on the sideline, he strikes it. And that's his first miss. He wasn't far away then as well. It's not tough conditions out there, Zach, but he's kicked well off the tee.
That's a tough one. Wind coming across, sort of on the angle towards us here, so everything's going away from the goal there. I think even a professional player wouldn't be getting those ones over, Steph.
Nothing easy about that funner there, Zach. So very interested to see how Rotorua respond. How early do they go to their bench? What are they going to do to try and get themselves back in this game? Bit risky mahi there from Stevens. He could have let the ball bounce out, but he decided to make a play, throw it back inside. So Kirikiriroa under pressure here. But Rogers, the captain, he's over the ball. But the referee lets this ruck continue out. And he spots a knock on here. So here's an opportunity for Rotorua to get themselves back in this kemu.
Ke rongo i te painga te kapa. They're on the advantage line here, Rotorua. They're going to have to answer straight back very quickly. Stevens with the unforced error again. Probably just a lack of concentration there, and didn't think about what that would have resulted in as they set up for the kakari here. He tararawa te niki hanga o te kapa nei. Rotorua, they've got to move quickly. They do move quickly, and they're in their rua te kaumārua.
E ko te kakari ki a Rotorua. Chazom to feed. Referee calls set here, so Chisholm gives it off here to his backs now. Owen with a run. He's held up there, Kirikiriroa. Good defensive work there from Kirikiriroa here to Kaka Tera. And it should be a turnover, and it is, so a point there to Kirikiriroa.
Dunlop shows his power again. If you look at him from a distance, he's not the biggest looking fella, but he is strong. Managed to hold up the big hard running centre there of Rotorua, and they get the turnover. A little defensive kakari on their line. Probably look to exit through Bothaway.
Aye, Kirikiriroa, they want to play the game down the right end of the field. So they will want to shape the kick, but the wind is blowing strongly and it's not quite in their favour. So it wouldn't surprise me if they decide to run out instead. No, Bothaway does find the grass here. It bounces kindly to Kirikiriroa. Groen, can he link up with Stevens here? He's got the ball in two hands. He runs infield. He's got his captain Arnold. Arnold makes a run here. He's tackled just outside the Rua Te Kaumārua. Isolated there, and that's a good penalty there from, and crucial penalty from Mugabe. He saved Rotorua there by attacking the ruck, Zach.
Yeah, it's a great break. Good bounce into the wind. The ball's going to bounce back into you, so it's a good option there from Bothaway, and great chase from Guerin and Stevens. I think if Guerin had found Stevens on the outside, they would have found a little bit more space there.
And that's a good touch finder there from Tutavaiva.
They set up here with a line out. Rarangi just outside there, Rotorua MΑORI. Vander Hayden. Rogers are going to have to step up big here. Hutchings, the leaders in this team.
Crowd, they're doing their best to throw Rotorua off their game, but it's not going to work this time. Rogers, a little switch play here for Fita. He misses the tackle, but the ball has hit the ground, so enough defensive pressure there from Kirikiriroa to force a turnover.
The crowd really getting behind Kirikiriroa here. The lack of home field advantage in these playoffs really comes in to help you out. And Kirikiriroa back-to-back years at home in these semi-finals. Both years against Rotorua. They're really getting support. Getting the Kakari on the line. Botherway's probably going to look to exit. Down past the halfway line. Into the wind.
Ruse feeds possession. Katukana, Ruse Kia, Kara. Groen knocks the ball on. He's accidentally offside there, Grice. Kua whiwhi te kapa I te tahi whiu. Rotorua.
Kua whiwhi te kapa I te tahi whiu. Rotorua win the penalty. A little bit unlucky there for Kirikiriroa. There was a massive gap there for Guerin. It just hit his back shoulder, went flying forward, and then Grice comes from an offside position and catches it. Pure instinct, I think, as a rugby player. You want to catch the ball. Ki te pai, Tata tonu kiti puru. Close to scoring here. Can they get it done?
Just a bobble there, but play continues for Rotorua. Rogers, he's trying to find Chisholm to take possession. McGarvey now. He's a strong ball carrier himself. Rotorua look to build some phases to try and get themselves a fighting chance here. Renata pops the ball off. Good, strong carry here, but he's held up. The ball carrier for Rotorua. Ball looks alive here for Rotorua. Katukana, Chisholm, Kia Weaver. Chisholm here, he's going to get over. And it's a piro for Rotorua right under the sticks.
Ai, kororiro te piro. Chisholm gets over the line, right under the sticks. Good eyes up, halfback play, coming off the ruck, attracting into. Thinking he's going to pass, darts on the inside, gets over under the sticks. Very important for Rotorua. It's the start to them coming back. They're going to have to still work really hard.
Yeah, Rotorua, good mahi there from Rotorua. They are trying to speed this game up now. They know that they are several more tries away. And the conversion successful, so they're giving themselves a chance here, Rotorua.
We just race back to the other ground, Stefan. St. Pat's over versus Hastings, 20-8. Hastings lead that game. Palmerston North fielding close local rivalry. Papaioio up 14-10. End of the first half there.
Some close fixtures there, Zach. They could go either way, but at the moment, toru te kauma, toru ki te kauma rima. Advantage Kirikiriroa as Botherweight. It's going to get us back underway, so kua couple here, Te Poro. Rogers. Good pass there from him off the ground. Haka tukana a Chisholm. Ki te papa tākaro. But it's a penalty here for Rotorua because Kirikiriroa, they're just offside.
Kua whiwhi te kapa e te tahi whiu. Rotorua win the penalty again. Kirikiriroa creeping offside. They've done this quite a lot all season. They're looking for that fast line speed. He tere pai te rarangi nā. That's a seriously good kick.
No, that's out there. Yes, that's out. So, he pai whana tērā. Tutavaiva. It's not often you see a 14 looking to kick for touch, but we can see why he's got a very strong boot on him. And Rotorua, they can fight their way back here. We have seen Kirikiriroa let a huge lead slip earlier on in the season, where Ngahuriri were able to come back from a 20-plus point deficit. So they don't want to fall asleep here, Kirikiriroa, if they want to win this Chiefs semi-final. Chisholm now. Good pass there for Magave. Rotorua, more possession, pick and go here through Mailulu. A pop pass here for Rotorua. They're building phases, moving towards the posts. More phases here, Katukuna. Chisholm, Kia Mailulu. Very close here, Rotorua. Ka taia e rātou te whakawhiwhi ki te piro. Advantage, Rotorua. And look for them to tap and go here, Rotorua. They don't want to muck around.
Kirikiriroa trying their best to slow down the ruck speed. Just getting penalised there. As they go, this looks like they're going for the kakari here. And they're still backing their forward strength. Ko tēnei te wahi tini nui o te kemu. If Rotorua don't come out with points here, and that being a pedal, it's going to set them back big time down Rua Tacoma Unu. Need to get over, reduce this deficit.
Yeah, Rotorua, they have a very strong scrum. So I'll be interested to see if they want to push this right towards the pedal. Chisholm feeds. Rogers straight off the back. Gives it off to Tutavaiva. There's open space here for Rotorua, and that's another try here, so they can stay in this. They're definitely back in this match here, Zach, and they've been able to score several tries in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's back-to-back pedal over there for Rotorua. Great stuff off the back of the scrum. Kirikiriroa thought they were going to come to our side, but they've gone to the short side and they found touch in the corner. It's going to be a tough kick here for that Richards from the far corner. But awesome stuff as they pull up this lead. There's about 12 minutes to go in the Kemu. So still got a bit of work to do, a bit of mahi to get back into this game, but never say never.
Yeah, big kick here for Richards. Te foul. He approaches Richards. Te foul. Strikes it nicely there. So another rua pedal for Rotorua.
Whanawhakau kua ura uru. Gets it over the posts, through the sticks. Don't think he struck it perfectly there, Stefan. Never really got that high off the ground, but enough to get over the crossbar and through the sticks. As we look at this deficit, it's reduced to only 2 converted tries now.
Here we go, back underway, Botherweight. Richards, he looks to carry here, shape to kick. But still inside the Roa Tacoma, so they should be able to find an exit on the full here. And we see the power of Tutavaiva in his boot. Deadly kick there, very great catch there from Botherweight. And he links up here through Stevens. A little bit isolated, but Botherweight, just nice tidy bridge there. And Vanderheden with a nice offload dent with a carry. Roos under huge pressure, but he's found Fafita. And he bumps off the first tackle on Mailulu. That's no easy feat. As we see another carry from Dunlop. Back to the open side now, Puamo. Big carry there, he steamrolls the number 7, Hutchings. And we go back same way here for Kirikiriroa Groin, the try scorer. Hatukana Ruskia Puamo. Kirikiriroa, more phases here. A pick and go here from Dent, I believe. Just need to stay patient here, Kirikiriroa. Fifita. Bryce now. And that's a great turnover from Rotorua for.
That's Van der Hayden winning that penalty there.
Great work from Van der Hayden. Crucial turnover there. So Tutavaiva finds touch. And we're going to see a Rarangi for Rotorua.
Caleb Puamo, ka pai te omo, tēnei kai tā karo. Man, but some big runs in those phases there from Caleb. Doesn't start that often for Kirikiriroa. Big change up in their starting lineup, and he's proving why.
Rarangi pipe for Rotorua, sorry. And there's a huge run here from the number 5. He's still going here. Weaver gives the pass off for Rotorua. He looks like he knocks it on there, Whānau. You can see the crowd in the corner. They just celebrated prematurely, and the referee just wants to talk to the touchy. It looks like it was possibly a knock-on. But he does want to have a word with his touchy, and Rogers, great captain's work there, just trying to get in the air. So it's a knock-on, in fact, from Kirikiriroa, so Rotorua will get another opportunity.
Right on their line, 10 minutes to go, 2 converted tries down. Slowing down the play here, Dryce goes down. Chris from Foundation Physio, great physios for the boys here at Kirikiriroa. Comes on to help the players out.
We can see Dryce, I believe, he's down with an injury, so Kirikiriroa, they could be playing some very familiar tactics here in terms of slowing the game down. But it will be a kakari for Rotorua.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes, eh, Steph? Run their line, just getting their breath back. Rotorua have definitely had the momentum swing their way. Ko tēnei te wahi, tino nui o te kemu. Crucial part of the game, and you can hear the crowd. We're quite far away from them, probably nearly 100 metres, but you can hear pretty clearly some of what they have to say.
And we can hear the Rotorua supporters with a bit of marching band songs here. So Waiata Pai Tera. Chisholm, he's going to feed this kakari here, Rotorua. Magavi acts as a dummy runner. Chisholm's going very close. Can he get a double here? The ball's alive here for Rotorua. Pick and go here, they're very close. Another pick and go here, just short there. Stewart's right on the line, the referee, he can see everything. Rogers, the captain, that's over. So another pedal for Rotorua, and they've got themselves right back in this fixture.
Storming back. Just a thought came into my mind, Steph. They've actually got to win the game. Kirikiriroa scored first, so if it ends as a draw, Kirikiriroa go through. They head over the line. 5 minutes to go.
Rima miniti ki te mutunga o tēnei kēmu. But Rotorua, they've given themselves a chance here, Te Whānau, and I don't think Richards Te Whau is going to take too long to take this conversion, because time is of the essence, and they will need another pedal to give themselves a chance here. That is a successful conversion here.
7 point between the two teams now. Again, Rotorua going to need to get a converted try and more points to ensure they go through. They've now got to win the game due to Kirikiriroa scoring first. Kirikiriroa, if they can get over the try line, score a penal, they probably set themselves a bit of practice here.
Here we go, Botherway kicks it off here, the replacement for Rotorua, Phillips. Great take there. Malulu with another strong carry. And it's looking like Rotorua want to shape to exit. And that's a very powerful kick there. But Botherway, he links up with his fullback. He looks to kick into space. That's a good kick there. And it's found grass here. Rotorua with possession. Just on the halfway mark, the ball bubbles. McGarvey tidies it up nicely. Kirikiriroa over the ball. It's play on Kara. Very good mahi there from Kara. Now Kirikiriroa with possession. Roos gives it off to Vanderheiden, and he's made a strong carry. Rogers trying to slow him down. He's off his feet, so he's out of the play in. Kirikiriroa swing the ball wide to groin. He's a good ball carrying centre here. And the ball's just passed behind Stevens, so Rotorua get another chance with possession.
Maxwell Cutter showing why he's so important to this team. Turnover and then a strong run off the turnover. Such a strong player for a 12.
And we're straight to the line of Malulu. He's going to have another carry. His captain's behind him, Rogers, Chisholm. Comes back here to Richards. Atefau. Time's running out though for Rotorua, so they're going to want to just hold on to possession. Owen, he looks to send the ball back. He does find grass here. Parai links up here with Paringatai. And possession lost here. So Rotorua is going to get another chance here. Waititi knocks it on, I believe. And that's a crucial part of the game there, Zach.
Crucial part. Paringatai going away from the game plan that Kirikiriroa have shown all game and choosing to run it out of his own Rua Te Mārua. I think him and Botherway have kicked really well from the backfield, and there's a little break here as a sub comes on. Looks like Carson Hunter coming on for Hakupa Paringatai. Carson Hunter moves on to the wing. Stevens into fullback. He'll look to provide some damage from there. Kirikiriroa probably going to look to crash and then exit, I'd say, from here. With around 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, not long to go now. E te whānau. Kakari for Kirikiriroa. Roos now, great kakari there from Rotorua. But it's a knock-on from Dunlop. And the Rotorua are going to get another opportunity to get themselves back in this game.
It's a very important time. Ko tēnei te wahi tina nui o te kemu. This is a really crucial part of the game. 5 minutes to go. Again, reminder to all those watching, Rotorua got to score once and get more points, with Kirikiriroa scoring the first try through Alex Arnold. I'm sure Cam Morby, Tarana Richards, Cockhead and Johnny Taruki, they've been practicing for this moment of the game. So
Rotorua now feed the kakari through Chisholm. And they look to find Richards Defol off to Waititi. Very good carry there from Waititi. And we go back to the blind side here for Rotorua. Weaver, who had a very strong run earlier on. It's advantage now for Rotorua, so they might even want to find 3 points and look to find a try, but they're going to get a chance here. Richard Stefan goes off here to Hunia, but that pass is forward, so referee Grant Stewart calls the penalty, and it's going to be an interesting decision here for Rotorua.
Big decision for Rotorua. My preference would, they're going to go to the corner back there more, I think. There's only a few minutes to go. They have to score now. Probably harder to score than it is to get 3 points if they have the ball with a couple minutes to go.
Yeah, here we go. So it looks like the tea's coming on because Rotorua know that they have to win this game outright. As you mentioned, Zach, Kirikiriroa scored the first try, so Richard Stefan will look to slot this penalty conversion and then give themselves a fighting chance. Just a try after the penalty will do it for Rotorua, but Kirikiriroa, they've got some fresh replacements on and they'll look to close out this Kemu.
Whanawhako for Richards to fight. It's been, with the wind, he's been unreal from the tee.
Richards, the foul, strikes it nicely, so Okara.
Still no result from the other Chiefs semi-final, but this one's coming close.
Tōne te kau mā toru ki te rua, a te kau mā rima. We can hear Okara supporters, they're getting excited. And a bit of nervousness down on the ground here in Kirikiriroa. That's a good kick off there from Botherway. Referee lets that play now, so Okara, they have possession through Phillips. Mailulu with another carry, it's a penalty advantage for Okara. And Tutavaiva kicks the position away. I don't see the point of that, Zach. They could have used the advantage to try and come up with a try, but they just kicked away possession, so not sure about that decision there, but they will get a chance.
Initially the ref saying knee on the ground. I think he was overruled by his touchy. Heard a way better look at that. On first impressions, it did look like it was tackled in the air, but big time of the game here for both teams.
Tutavaiva, he's got a massive boot, as mentioned earlier, but he does want to find touch. He needs to find touch. By the way, tries to tip it back in, but the touchy's got his flag up. So I can see a more here for Okara, Zach. It's been their strong suit all season here.
Ki te paiu tata tonu ki te piro. They're close to scoring. Ko tēnei te rārangi huri.
Okara here through their captain Rogers. It is a good rārangi here for Okara. Kirikiriroa, what can they do? Vanderheiden's doing his best. The captain Nanu, but Okara, they're edging forward. They've got momentum. It collapses here, but Chisholm's got the ball here through the number 7. It's a huge carry from Hutchings. He's over the line and referee. It might be held up here for Okara. What's the referee going to say? Grant Stewart, it's a massive call in this game. Still no decision here yet, but he's going to walk again over to his touchy and see what the decision's going to be. The question will be, have you seen a grounding? It's held up! It's held up at Stefano!
Can only be a couple minutes left, I think, here, Stefan. Big call to no clear grounding. Referee can't give that.
No clear grounding, so by the way, he's going to want to kick deep.
65 seconds left.
65 seconds at Stefano. Absolutely cracker of a Kemu here. And Okara. That's a great catch there from Hutchings. He runs hard. He's very close to the sideline here. You can hear the support from both teams as Chisholm finds Mailulu. Kirikiriroa, they don't want to panic here. They just want to be disciplined here and trust the process as Okara through Weaver gets over the advantage line. More phases here for Okara. That's another carry. Mailulu's been absolutely damaging for Okara. Phillips now passes it back to Mailulu again. Just the amount of mahi he's done. There's a good run here for Okara. And Phillips, it looks like he's won the game for Okara and broken the hearts of the whānau down here in Kirikiriroa.
What a comeback from Rotorua. The last play of the game. It's found a gap in the line.
You can see the whānau there from Rotorua. They got excited. They ran straight out onto the field as referee Grant Stewart told them to get off, but I do believe that will be a try. His hands up as indicated. That's a pedal for Rotorua at the whānau.
Well, that is
and I believe that will very likely see up this Kemu. So, ko tērā te rārangi huri.
They're setting up to go to kick off. I think we're probably going to have a restart. Last play of the game after this kick.
Richards te foul. But we are going to see another restart at the whānau, so this will be the last play of the game. By the way, he's going to need to kick this very high and compete for possession, otherwise Kirikiriroa, that's their season done. For Rua Mano, Rua Te Kauma Rima. Referee calls time off. Kei te kaha te whakataitoi mo te piro off this kick-off whānau. By the way, he's got to get this high. It is high. Kirikiriroa, they're going to be able to have a chance here to get possession. They do. Puamo. What can Kirikiriroa do? They do get a chance here. We're going to see a pick and go all the way from the 30-metre mark. Grice has a dart himself. Did he not get it? Dunlop here. Carry there. He doesn't want to get isolated. Rogers off his feet there, but the ball's alive here for Kirikiriroa. Fafita.
Anything from here, it's game over here, whānau.
Bulls, they don't want to give away a penalty here.
It was 29.
So last play.
Another run here for Kirikiriroa. A penalty here will do it for Kirikiriroa, so Rotorua want to hold their discipline at the whānau. Ball's alive here for Kirikiriroa. A penalty will help Kirikiriroa try and steal this match. But Rotorua, very smart mahi there from Rotorua. They know they can't give away a penalty.
Kirikiriroa know that too, Stefan. They probably got a little bit more space in behind the line to attack the advantage line.
Rice here. Rice picks and goes. They're going down the short side here. Gruen. For Tumita. And it's a penalty there. The game's been won by McGarvey. He's stolen the ball at the breakdown at Te Whānau. And the game's going to be over. They tap it there and Tutafaiva kicks it out. Rotorua are your winners.
What a comeback from Rotorua. Down by 30 points. They found a way to come back and right on the line. Penalty given away. Great turnover. Kirikiriroa had to hold their heads nice and high. They worked really hard to get to that point. Unfortunate. You would say that the winner of this game is the one that's most likely to represent this region in the top 4 final.
Toru. Te kauma whā ki te toru, te kauma toru. A huge congratulations to Rotorua. That's one of the most remarkable comebacks I've seen in high school rugby, Zach, and they're going to go home to Rotorua with one step closer anyway to top 4 glory.
They've done to Kirikiriroa what Palmy did to them in the Super 8 final. Kei te pai to Rotorua. ki te tū, te ihimi, te wehi I runga I te papa tākaro. They stood high, the energy was strong right to the end.
Yeah, huge congratulations to Rotorua. And that's going to wrap this up e te whānau. A big mihi kia koutou katoa meo mō taringa I te rānei. We will catch you at the next fixture on Whakaata Māori. Big shout out to our sponsors who have supported the live stream today. And also special mention to my boss, Matua McKenzie, for your mahi at our goal. Giving me the opportunity to call this game today. So, any last words from you? It's all ara whānau. Zach, anything from you before we head out?
Rotorua, an immense team. They're a team that never gives up. We saw it in the Super 8 final and we've seen it here today. That sort of attitude is what's going to win you a top 4 final. And look, if they make it through and they win the whole thing, they've had some tough games this year and they'll be well deserved. Kirikiriroa, however, time to reflect. Their season's done, but they should hold their heads that high. They worked right to the end. For a lot of these boys, they'll be coming back next year to give it another go.
Tautoko tō kōrero, Zach, and that wraps us up there. So again, congratulations to Rotorua. And we will see